Greetings, thrill seekers, conversationalists, and music lovers all across the fruited plain. How is everybody doing? I hope you're doing great. I know I'm doing great. Guess what? Guess what? For all of you out there. By the way, this is Volcano Radio, the Valley Student Station. And for all of you out there listening that didn't come to class today, I know you didn't come to class. So I know you're out there doing what you should be doing. Enjoying a favorite beverage? I'm enjoying them right here in the studio. I gotta do that before the campus police come over. Yeah, I know you weren't in class today, and how do I know this? Well, let's see. Intelligence guided by experience. The parking lot, the traffic getting here was super light. I had no trouble coming in through that stoplight, through the stop signs, and driving right in, finding a parking space right up front and close to all the big buildings where we have our classes at. No problem getting in, which means you're all starting spring break just a little bit early. It's too bad I'm not going to be here during spring break. Otherwise, you could really enjoy some favorite beverages while listening to this show. But there's still nobody outside the studios here in Southern Command protesting that I be on the air 5 days a week, 3 hours a day. I'm still waiting for that, but that's okay. I'll be here, and of course, in my Attila the Hun chair, putting on this great show for you. And I sure hope you're out there in your favorite lounging chair, sitting by the pool, drinking your drinks and enjoying this scenery. So, before we get started, just to let you know, we're going to have a little change in programming today. Not so much talking about rock news, but I got a few other things here that we're going to be talking about. Why? Because I think it's kind of exciting, and let a little bit of the nerd come out inside of me that I like to have. So let's get the show started, and I'll see you back here in a few minutes. You're listening to Volcano Radio, the Valley Student Station. That was Like a Stone by Audioslave. Before then, we had Heart-Shaped Box by Nirvana, and Toxicity by System of a Down. By Nirvana? By Nirvana? Now all of a sudden I'm talking like I'm from Alabama, maybe somewhere about there, somewhere over yonder. No, I'm not from the South. I wasn't born, but I was raised in a big little square state called Colorado. But that was many, many moons ago. And by moons, we mean a long time ago. And by a long time ago, not in a galaxy far away or anything like that. So just to let you know, I don't know where that came from, but oh my goodness. All right, hey, today, since it is, the Thursday before spring break, which is going to happen come next week, we're kind of going to call this like a open line Friday. Let's see here, free speech Friday, or maybe even a free speech for the dumb by that punk band. I want to say they were a punk band, Discharge. Of course, that song was also a cover, also sung by Metallica. For those of you familiar with that, sung on their Garage Day album. Really good album. I have it on cassette, by the way. So that's about when that album came out, and I do. I have it on cassette, and I used to just plop it in the cassette player. And man, I drove one of those old cars. Well, they're old now, but it wasn't at the time. Oh man, what was a Grand Marquis? They had those little Mattel Play School radios on there. They called them Play School because the buttons on that radio, they were just huge. Oh my gosh, they were huge. It was like playing with a Mattel toy for kids. They had huge little buttons on them, and oh my gosh, it's anyway. Yeah, I used to stick the cassette in there, and of course jam out to it. And hey, let's get on with the show. What is today? Today is March the 7th, 2024. And, oh my goodness. Okay, 2024, it is National Be Heard Day. So if you want a National Be Heard Day, you know what, Authority, that song by Pennywise? Hey, good song to play for today. So that you can be heard. I don't know if it's got anything to do with authority or not, but it sure does sound good. National Cereal Day. Oh man, for how many of you was that just a staple of breakfast? Just wake up in the morning, eat a bowl of cereal, go to work, go to school, go to whatever it is you're doing. Alexander Graham Bell Day. The man who invented the telephone, the person who made it something more than a can with a string tied in between. Wow, yeah, those things actually worked. I don't know how, but they did. Of course, it helped when that string was only 2 feet long and you were yelling to the can and that person was just 2 feet away from you. I never did that as a kid. Never. Name Tag Day. For all you people in the military, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That's why you got to have your name on your name tag. You got your U.S. Army or the Marine Corps or the Air Force, Navy, whatever, and then you got your name. That's so you don't forget who you are. Speaking of forgetting who you are, where are all the Bens out there? Today is National Ben Day. No, not Ben 10, that old record comic player thing. No, Ben Day. So for all you Bens out there, today's your day. Oh, for all you Carols out there, today is your day. Let's see, how many? Yeah, I have known a Carol. Let's see, the Mark Hutt, and let's see. No, the only other Carol I know is from what's that thing in the zombies where they just do things. That guy Negan kills the guy Glenn, and everybody stopped watching the show. Yeah, well, anyway, Carol was on that show. I know some of you out there know what show that is. For right now, it's just not coming to me. I've already mentioned I don't know how many songs. The Walking Dead. There we go. The one with the walkers. The Walking Dead. Cooper. Your name Cooper? Hey, how about DJ Cooper? Y'all know who he is? Well, he's the guy that did that heist. Walked away with I don't know how much money and disappeared. Jumped out of an airplane. To this day, nobody knows how he did it, where he went to, if he survived. No parachutes have been found, no remains, no whatever. But yeah, of course, that was DJ Cooper. So no, it's not DJ Cooper Day, but Cooper. If your name's Cooper, and that just happens to remind me of DJ Cooper. National Crown Roast of Pork Day. Oh my goodness, I could sure used some pork. I actually had some pork tacos last night, and they were pretty good. So National Flapjack Day. Oh, how about Flapjacks? Hey, wasn't that a show, or wasn't Flapjack a character on a show somewhere? I know, everything reminds me of something. And, and so does National Flapjack Day. National Hospitalis Day. No, nothing to do with hospitals. It's got to do with, what's it called? Hospitality. So it's National Hospitalis Day. And if your name is Sharon! Yeah, we all know who a popular Sharon is by the last name of Osborne. That is National Sharon Day today. So we get to all go out there and scream Sharon today. So for all of you out there and all the Sharons, oh, here, before we get on with that, Teresa. Who's Teresa? Well, I have no clue, but National Teresa Day. Plant Power Day. Find out the power of plants. I don't know about you, but that crown of roast of pork sounds pretty good. So, we're just going to go celebrate with that roast rather than the plant day. And Sock Monkey Day. And again, for all you Sharons out there, well, this one's for you. That was Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses. Boy, I've been listening to that band for 30 plus years. Their combined 30 plus years is how I've been listening to Guns N' Roses. Not that I was actually there in '86 when this song was released. Oh, anyway, before then, Jump by Van Halen. I saw that song released as well. And Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. And speaking of what day it is, today is also the release of Dune 2. I don't know how many people out there are big, uh, science fiction type fans, but Dune 2 is coming out. And I'll tell you what, if they were, you may say it's like a second part, but like a second book or something, but no, not actually. It's if they were to make that book into one big giant movie, you'd be sitting there for 5 hours. It's kind of like they say, would you rather watch a 10-hour movie, or do you want us to break that movie up into 10-hour one parts and you can just binge watch it all day long? Well, you know what? Netflix nailed that formula down. They don't make 10-hour movies, but man, they sure got you sitting down for 10 hours binge watching that show for 10 hours. So, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you for fooling me again. So, yeah, that's Netflix. Well, Dune's coming out. I mean, I love the story. It's not just a science fiction story about. Oh, I tell you what, if you can read the books, just the politics, you got your the Atreides and Harkonnen, Freeman, and they're all out there on this planet Arrakis, getting this stuff called spice. It's what is needed for certain people to, I guess, take to space travel. So it makes space travel possible, and without spice in the universe, well, there is no space travel with the way they have their technology set up, and it's just. I mean, you could think of it like the East India companies of the old British empires, and then of the old conquestings of, let's say, the Spaniards and stuff. You have your landowners, on this planet Arrakis, and everybody working the land there. They're the local people, and I mean, it's the empires and the people fighting over the spice and the politics behind it. People working together. I mean, wow, it's an awesome book. Then you have the Children of Dune, not Doom. I'm thinking that video game Doom, but no, the Children of Dune and the Heretics of Dune. Yeah, I mean, it just wow. I mean, great stories. Very much like Foundation and Empire. Uh, Boy, would you look at the time? It's 1:12. Man, I just started this show. Not enough of those for the show. I hope you're enjoying your favorite beverage, sitting down and enjoying the show. We're talking about Foundation and Empire. And as always, you're listening to Vaquero Radio, the Valley Student Station. If you're joining us right now, but it's just Foundation and Empire by, Dune, by the way, was right, by Frank Herkert. I can't pronounce his name too well. And Foundation of Empire by my favorite author, one of my favorite science fiction authors anyway, Isaac Asimov. He also did the Martian Chronicles, a bunch of other good stuff. Foundation and Empire, I mean, if you're looking for a simple book to read, easy reads, you can read all 6 books or 5 books, however, are in this series. Ender's Game, very simple books, kind of junior high level. It's great. Yay, woohoo. I mean, it's a good story. Not taking anything against it, but it's just a good story. Ender's Game, the little piggies and stuff, and the bugs. It's just a good story. But Foundation and Empire, of course, you have Traxxas and this religious group, the Republic, the Corel, and Creons and the planet Terminus. Actually, Terminus is the capital of the city on Traxion, something like that. The Foundation, and you have the brothers Dawn, Day, and Dusk, and of course they always turn to violence. It's you can read into it so much, everything you want. It's just. It's not a one simple story, good and bad. They got good and bad and gray in the middle, and politics, and again, people working with each other, people fighting against each other, lots of political stuff in it. It's just, wow, it's just fantastic. You could even say Star Wars, kind of takes their, I guess, their story from this with, the princess and yeah, the way democracy dies, in a big, loud, triumphant triumphant cheer that they do there. You can see parts of that and parts of history. If you're World War II kind of person, you can kind of see the let's see here. What's that guy's name? Italy. Mussolini. Not you can just kind of see the seeds how things like that go by all these science fiction but I guess movies, but Foundation and Empire. One of my more favorite ones, and of course, if you're into reading, if you're going to do any of that during spring break, now would be the time to do it. Because of course you have Foundation and Empire, you have Second Foundation, you have Prelude to Foundation, Forward to Foundation, Foundation and Earth, Foundation of Edge, Robots and Empire, no, Robots of Empire, Robots of Dawn. Isaac Asimov just goes into this huge thing. If you look at world history, you're going to find it there in that Foundation of Empire. But in a science fiction setting, note nothing like the TOS of Star Trek. Don't get me started with my favorite science fiction show, which is Star Trek. It, yeah. You know what? Let's not talk about Star Trek for right now. Instead, I'm going to bring you For Whom the Bell Tolls. For Whom the Bell Tolls. You know what? I'm going to blame my not being able to talk today. I'm going to blame it on the allergies. Allergies down here. Everything is coated in yellow. I washed my truck yesterday. Today, I got a blue truck, but I couldn't tell. Today it's yellow. Wasted Years by Iron Maiden. Before then was Metallica's For Whom the Bell Tolls. The fastest hour in broadcast all week long, and you're listening to it on Vaquero Radio, the Valley Student Station. Unfortunately, we have come to an end of the show. I will not be here next week. No, not because I don't want to be. You can find me on Pirate Radio somewhere, FCC, looking for me. I'm trying to bounce the signals off the ionosphere, but it's not working. And they find me, and well, yeah, it's just not what I hoped it to be. But thank you, everybody out there, for listening. I greatly appreciate it. Otherwise, I would not be here in my Attila the Hun chair. But thank you for listening. And of course, just, well, that's why I'm here doing my show, and that's why you're there listening. As we drink, all of us, our favorite beverage, that's the toast for the weekend. That's what we're going to do here for spring break as you all head down to Panama City Beach, or maybe just around the corner, what's it called? South Padre Island. Yeah, I remember more Panama City. That place was off the Panhandle of Florida. That's where that one's at. And of course, South Padre Island here in South Texas. No, we don't mean Corpus. That is not even a beach over there. Come on, people. We're talking about like where SpaceX is near. So everybody, have a great day. I am going to leave you today with I'm So Bad, Baby, I Don't Care by Motorhead. And thank you for everybody for listening, especially to Marie. She was, by the way, she was out there and, well, commenting on the app. So, thank you for that, and everybody else, you can comment on the app as well. I must leave you now. Time is running out, and the producer is shaking their head, telling me to play. Bye-bye, everybody. I will see you in uncertain amount of days. Don't add to the population. Don't take away from the population. Don't be in the news. Don't drink and drive. You might spill something you're going to love. Use a glove. And everybody, be safe.